All right, welcome to the Xehanort Report, a Seekers of Light podcast. I am Nero.
I'm Gabby.
Guardian. Stop it.
Oh, jeez.
Starting off strong. That was such
Guardian.
such a quick reaction to that.
Got to.
Ah,
Gotta stop it. ASAP.
oh, jeez. Okay.
And you have one more, right?
Yeah, we have one more.
Where is she?
Candice, you gonna introduce yourself, or we gotta just be silent because that just completely derailed it?
I'm sorry, I'm just.
Oh,
I
we
can't
broke
breathe.
her.
I can't
I think
breathe.
we
Hang
broke
on a second.
Yeah, we killed her.
Yeah, we broke her.
But the response was so good though.
It was quick. I'll give him.
Oh shit.
Whoops.
Okay. So, let's try that again. I'm Nero. Take a turn, everybody. We can be adults about this. I promise.
Ugh.
And now nobody's answering. Good. We're learning.
Guardian.
I'm Gabby.
Oh, well. God damn it. You know what?
Oh my god.
Just. It's happening. It's happening.
Okay.
Every time I finally stop laughing.
I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can push this along so that we're not stuck in the mud. We are a group of Kingdom Hearts fans, and we love to talk about Kingdom Hearts news, theories, long-range shipping ideas that clearly will never happen, but I really want to because I'm crazy.
Nothing wrong.
Yeah, and we just want to, talk for like however long, 45 minutes to an hour, just about Kingdom Hearts stuff.
Yeah.
I figured we'd start off with introductions first. I'll go first since I'm on this side and I have a little bit more control of how everybody's going to say things. As you guys can obviously see, name's Nero. Been a Kingdom Hearts fan since technically Chain of Memories because that was my first game on the Game Boy. And my favorite game is Birth by Sleep. Favorite character is Roxas. That's all I gotta say. One of you guys can go next when you guys decide.
Alright, I guess I'll take it. My name is Khalil. But I guess you can call me Guardian because I am the Guardian.
Nice.
The Guardian. Remember that. Don't forget.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Favorite game I would probably say is Kingdom Hearts 2 because that just skyrocketed that game to popularity if you ask me. My favorite character is Roxas. He was my favorite first.
Oh. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion.
I'm totally just saying. Yeah, that's all I'll say for now. Someone else can take it.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. My name is Gabby. I have been a Kingdom Hearts fan since, the first game's release. But I agree with the Guardian, and my favorite game is KH2, and my favorite character is Naminé. And that's all I have to say for now.
I'm Candace. I've been a Kingdom Hearts fan since right after the first game. Kingdom Hearts was actually my first video ever. In 15 years, I'm still playing it. My favorite game is Kingdom Hearts 2 as well, and my favorite character is Kairi.
Oh.
No, and you know what? Candace is absolutely dead serious about when she talks about her favorite character being Kairi. Because I just asked her a question earlier, and she just 100% this happened this time at this exact moment. I'm like, oh okay. I mean, I can't fight her.
No.
Can you though?
So how do I start this off? So there's been a lot of recent news. I'm gonna go ahead and break the fourth wall. We had podcasts before this, but my computer decided to fall prey to the darkness, as some things tend to do. and I lost all of it. So, what I would like to talk about just a little bit, since we are 4 of the six or 5 members that we have, depending on situations. And I want to talk about your guys' feelings regarding the new trailers. Though we have talked about it as a group before, we haven't talked about it as a group for the people that will or may listen to the podcast. So let's just get your guys' feelings about that.
Was there a trailer in specific?
I mean, we could go with everybody's favorite that's caused like a whole big controversy like for 2 weeks regarding Aquanora.
Oh my god. I'm not even going to discuss that one at the moment. I was just going to go straight into saying that Pirates, by far, was just the most jaw-dropping trailer I've seen so far.
It definitely looks like the best. Like I'm more excited. I'm more excited to play Pirates this go around than I did the first time in 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
as much as I love Pirates, just Kingdom Hearts 2 Port Royal seemed kind of lackluster to me, I guess. It fell short of what I was expecting for as long as I have.
And much
But I have to say the
detail.
new definitely restored my faith that Pirates can fit well into Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the ship battles.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're gonna like exactly do a take on that. Like, did they take like a thing from or Assassin's Creed's book, or are they just doing their own thing all their own?
Yeah.
And this isn't a more out, so could go either way.
Good.
And I have to go ahead and say it. This is one of the more debated about topics, but I'm not upset about Frozen and Kingdom Hearts. I saw it coming as soon as Kingdom Hearts 3 was announced.
Oh, we all did.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
Everybody's been so divided on it. I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be a good fit. This isn't a bad idea.
My thing is that if you can go ahead and be like, I'm good with Tangled, and you're gonna go ahead and throw a child fit about the other one, about Frozen,
Yeah.
it's like, why? What's the difference besides nothing? Ice.
Well, I will agree that Tangled is a better movie than Frozen.
And that's definitely an opinion. I've seen both. I don't remember either, so I can't really comment on that.
I've seen both multiple times. I love both movies. It's just a bit better.
Considering that it's one of their highest grossing movies, it had to be coming,
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, up until the release of Black Panther, Frozen was one of the top 10 highest grossing films of all time.
Yeah.
Black Panther is what knocked it out of the top 10.
Oh,
See, for what I didn't really care too much about Frozen, but the fact that it was so popular, it even had like its own, I think, PS4 theme in Japan. So like, there's no
Yeah,
way it
I'll
wasn't
admit
gonna be in.
Yeah, I'll admit that the movie was overhyped and it was very in your face for a while, and I can get why people
Yeah.
are annoyed by it. But the movie itself, it wasn't bad, and it's not going to be a bad addition to Kingdom Hearts.
they'll find ways to incorporate it, like they already have. That Elsa could be falling prey to the darkness due to the fact that she has so much self-doubt and fear and anxiety within her. So it's a good incorporation, and I'm excited to like how they work that into the whole plot, as well as Sora's role in all of this.
Yeah.
Only thing that I saw for the Frozen stuff that disappointed me is that I really wanted to see Riku interacting with Elsa, and by the looks of the trailer and how things with the separate stories, doesn't look like I'm gonna get that.
Probably
Yeah.
not. I think so far, Frozen might be the only like world where we're actually playing through the plot. For Kingdom Hearts 3 at least.
You mean like regarding like the actual story of Frozen?
Yeah.
Tangled looks to be going through the plot from what we've seen in the trailers.
You're right.
Yeah. And then
And
I don't know what happened with Pirates, of them just like completely going into World's End instead of doing Dead Man's Chest, but hopefully we'll do visits.
Honestly,
And it's kind of, yeah,
I think they
it's-
did say there's going to be some references to the second.
Yeah, they might be. And then I noticed something about that trailer because everybody has such attention to detail now. Was this? And I'll drop it in the chat because it's actually pretty. It's pretty extraordinary because I guess somebody noticed that depending on the drive form that Sora is using, his pirate hat changes as well as the bandana color underneath.
Really?
Yes, so if you'll go to that link, you'll be able to see it's a small difference, but it's definitely there. And I'm just like, attention to detail. I love
I mean,
it.
I'm glad somebody pointed that out because I was getting kind of bothered that most of the forms that we've seen all have been like power form.
Yes,
So
and
it's
his
like,
cuff colors changed too.
yeah.
It's like his mask in Halloween Town. When you change the drive forms, it changes to match.
Bingo. That's what I was thinking of.
Man, whenever I click a link from you from Tumblr, it just never immediately takes me there.
Does it really? Why does it not do that? Because I literally
Let me see.
got it to the hyperlink for the picture. Because I don't have my phone on me, or else I would have just saved it.
Right. Well, I mean, regardless, that's a cool thing. It's like a good little attention to detail that they've added, especially since it's been like that for 2, regarding like Halloween Town and what's the other costume place? Can't remember. Or was it just Halloween Town?
It changes
Might have
in
been-
Space Paranoids too.
That's the
Sora's
one.
Yeah, the glow of his suit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's cool that they're bringing that back, and I don't know, it's just really interesting. I like it.
I've always loved Nomura's attention to detail, even the smallest things. He really he's
Like Sora's
very,
cuts and
very-
bruises.
Yep.
What?
Oh yeah. How he has cuts and bruises in the Pirate's World on his face.
Yes.
And sunburn. Also, apparently they put the logo of his crown on the bottom of his shoes. Also, like, yeah.
That's dope.
Oh,
Those kingdom kicks. Oh my goodness.
yep. Kingdom Kicks.
Do you think they will release shoes?
Well,
They
now
haven't
that they're
already.
proportioned for like normal size feet,
Well,
maybe.
I mean, have you seen Kyrie in her, or not Kyrie, but Nominate in her sandals?
Yeah.
I know.
It looks like she can kick
rough.
down trees with no issue.
Goodness.
It's atrocious.
Yeah, nah.
Oh man. I was playing. I was doing some tests for a stream the other day, and I started playing 0.2 again. And
Why would you do that?
huh?
Why would you do that?
I needed a good test, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like playing it, and I'm like, I start getting feels, and I was like, Nomura betrayed me again. It's like, you lied to me. Why would
Oh no, it can't be as bad as me figuring out what I told you earlier about, like, oh yeah, that this is going to be that KH3 will mark the completion of the first stage of the story.
Oh yeah, I mean they announced that when they announced the what was it, Big Hero 6? They're like, this is going to be the end of the Xehanort saga. And like everybody's like, yeah, Big Hero excuse me, what did you say? It's not over?
And it's like, what the fuck? We're never gonna get to finish this game series because you guys are taking for 14 years just to get this game
Yep.
out.
Can't wait to be 90.
I do remember.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, I do remember a quote from Nomura saying like he wants this to be like his version of Final Fantasy. So I don't think this is going to be done within our lifetime.
Fuck ever.
No.
At all.
Final Fantasy is
No,
his version
fuck
of Final
off.
Fantasy. He tried doing that shit with 15 for years. And now Riku looks just like Noctis, and this is what we get.
Good.
Yes, and Kyrie
I
looks
mean-
just like Edis, and it's just he's running out of ideas for character design.
I feel like he was just being salty because they did hand over the leadership to Tabata, and he's just like, I'm taking my designs with me. I don't care.
I'm taking my
Which I
plaid.
don't blame him.
Oh man, no, I mean I don't blame him either. But it's like he was trying to work on too many things at once. So Square Enix telling him or like making that move was smart, even though Final Fantasy 15 wasn't the way that people expected it to be. I guess.
Yep.
I'm still kind of upset of how they treated that game.
I am too, but I
I
try
love
not to
that
think
game.
about it.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
just get angry.
Um,
What could have been a 10 is like a strong 7 for me now.
yeah, yeah.
Doesn't really matter.
Well, because I expected more of like the Final Fantasy Versus 13 trailer, where like you see Noctis
Yeah.
walking down the steps of Insomnia and like fighting all these dudes, and then we got In Sync in a really nice car driving down a highway.
Well,
But
blame Tabata.
yeah, well, this isn't a Final Fantasy 15 podcast. I should probably stray away from that. Though they are there and present, and I really do hope that we get a couple more Final Fantasy characters in 3.
I really want Prompto to hit it off with Sora. That's
Oh
I
my
really
god,
want to
Sora.
see that.
If Noctis and Lightning don't show up, I'll be thoroughly upset.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that lightning is supposed to show up, but I cannot find anything legit. I can find all these websites that are like, oh yeah, lightning's gonna be there, but I cannot find anybody who actually has proof that Nomura or some Square Enix executive has said, yeah, we're gonna have lightning.
The thing is,
That'd be news to me too.
yeah. Well, the thing is that Lightning is Nomura's like godchild. Like he loves Lightning so much that he kind of said that she is the best female Final Fantasy character that's ever been created. You know, just kicking Yuna and Terra off that giant bridge, but it's like Lightning is probably going to be there because of the way how much Nomura actually loves Lightning. Like the woman got her own clothing line or was an actual model.
Model.
For
Yeah,
Christ's
I
sake.
remember that.
Like she was an actual model. You know, she's been present in anything almost Final Fantasy after that because of how huge 13 was supposed to be. You know, like you can get her hairstyle and outfit in FF14 online. She's in Dissidia. You know, it's I don't know. I feel like she's gonna be there. Noct is probably gonna show up, if not at least make some type of weird little reference, like a Gullwing type situation, which I really hope doesn't happen. What a lot of people are really wanting though, from what I see, or at least what some people want is like a Zack callback for when when Terra, Aqua, and Ventus end up, or if they do come back, it's like I wonder if he ever became a hero. And actually, I want them to meet Cloud and see if this universe's or the Kingdom Hearts universe's Cloud actually knew Zack.
Yeah.
You know, because in the Kingdom Hearts universe, you know, you never really you don't know too much about the past of the Final Fantasy characters. They're just kind of there, and we know that most of them lived in Radiant Garden. But like during the Battle of the Thousand Heartless, like right after the Demyx fight, you see like Squall and Cloud just like chatting it up like they're best friends, like they've been punching shadows all their life.
Yeah.
I don't think they.
Go ahead.
Go. Yeah, I don't think they necessarily follow their own stories to a T, because you know Cloud wasn't his Advent Children outfit while, you know, spoilers, a certain somebody was still alive. So yeah, I don't think it necessarily follows their games to a T.
Nah, they kind of just wipe it clean to be able to fit whatever story that they need to.
And I think they don't want to go in too much detail because I've seen a lot of stuff like this where people will get annoyed about, well, that's not how it was in their original game. And if they don't go into too much detail, nobody can say that because we don't know what their backstory is. They were on Radiant Garden and then they weren't. That's all we know.
I mean, Aerith is still alive. She shouldn't be. She should totally be dead.
Yeah.
Better than dead.
Okay,
Like,
if I have to
super
watch her die in Kingdom Hearts, I'm done.
Oh, I love that.
I'm just
I would
done.
love that.
I would.
I love
Whoa,
it.
you alright? You have a heart attack?
A little bit, because just thinking about that, realizing that 7 is going to be getting a remake, and then I have to actually see that in non-polygon form, I'm just
Awesome,
going to
great.
lose my shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's going to be whenever, you know, in the next 15 years when the first part of that game comes out. You know?
When I'm dead.
Yeah, it'll be
Oh,
amazing.
yeah, it's supposed to be like a 4-part saga, isn't it?
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a 4-part saga, and Nomura even recently stated in an interview when speaking about Kingdom Hearts, is like, yeah, we released this way too early, but I was afraid that people were going to like leak it. When it got leaked, literally like 6 hours before it got presented on stage, or like 6 minutes before it got presented on stage at that E3 when it did show up.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's like he made a good move, but now everybody's like, "Where is it?" He's like, "Do you not see that I'm working on this? The last time I worked on 2 things, one of them got taken from me. So just, it's like, be patient.
Just let me have this one thing.
Yeah, so let me finish Kingdom Hearts, which will be out in January. Thank God we have a release date.
Uh-huh.
And
I still feel lied to. For the record, I still feel lied to because we were promised 2018, and January definitely is not 2018. But I
It's
can
the
live.
13th month. What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm on both sides. More or less, like you were very adamant that we were going to get in 2018, and then not even like 2 or 3 months later, you're like, it's like, I'm
Right?
sorry, what? And I understand the reasons, but like, come on.
I just don't want it to get delayed again. I will take whatever I can. I just don't want it to get delayed any more than it already
that's
has.
why I am the way I
That's
am
why
right now.
I'm happy with January. Like I feel lied to, but I'm okay with January.
No, it's just, it is what it is. The fact is that we actually got a month, a date, and a year all in one actual thing. It makes me fine. The fact that they pushed it back a little bit, because like people were speculating that it was going to come out in like December anyway, so a whole month, like anywhere between November and December. The fact that it's like in January, it's not that big of an issue to me. It's like it's still there, you know, and
Well, I lost a bet.
You lost a
I'm
bet.
glad they told us sooner rather than later.
Yes, because when they first said that Kingdom Hearts was coming out in 2018, I made a bet with a friend of mine because I was stupid and believed Laura.
Hey,
It's like, I bet you it will be out by December 31st, 2018, and now it's not, and I've lost a bet, and it's Nomura's fault.
hey,
I thought it was going to be in the holiday window to being like a holiday bundle set, but then that just got completely thrown out of the water. I'm like, God damn it. There goes my
See,
Christmas.
originally I thought it was going to be like an October, November release date, but then Nomura started talking about all the stuff he was dropping in June, and I'm like, okay, why is he dropping so much in June if it's not going to come out for another few months? So I started speculating that maybe he was going to blindside us with like a July or August release date at E3. And then he announced that nothing was coming out until that Tomb Raider game. That no.
Boo.
Nah.
yeah,
I don't know, man.
it's up.
It is what
Sorry,
it
I had
is.
to I'm a little salty, so I had to throw a little bit of shade.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, no, it's absolutely okay. No, I feel you. I've had those situations. You should like. I felt like internally I felt bad because like with your whole bet situation. I made a bet with a friend that after God of War 3 there was never going to be another God of War that continues the story afterward. Look how wrong I was. And like I still talk to the guy and I'm like, bro, like when I found out, I'm like, bro, I owe you like $20. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, they're totally making another God of War. so I know you're feeling, but
You should have never reminded him.
I couldn't. The thing is that I have such a ridiculous like guilty conscience about the smallest things that
Oh,
like
my Lord.
I'm sorry, I have to be insane with a little bit of heroism. It keeps things interesting.
See, thankfully, all I did was bet. Like, we were in a bar when we got in this argument, so all I bet was a drink. I'm not out much. It's just the annoyance of I lost the bet.
Right. It's the principle.
Exactly.
All right. So let's do a quick, or not a quick, but as most people have been seeing on the Kingdom Hearts community, if you are a avid, I guess, frequent person there, I don't know how to word that properly. I'm terrible with English. Let's talk about our rankings for Kingdom Hearts. I have everybody's here. Does anybody specifically want to go first? And we're gonna go story wise first.
I mean,
I
I'll
don't
bite the
remember what
bullet.
I
I don't
said.
care about it.
Okay. Candace will bite the bullet. So we'll go story. So I'm dropping it in the Discord chat so that everybody can look at it.
I hate this game.
So for people that are listening to the audio portion, we're doing Candace's first for the story, and for her S tier she has Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1.
Hell yeah.
For A, she has Dream Drop Distance. I believe that is Birth by Sleep, and 358 over 2 days, or however you pronounce it, because everybody pronounces it differently. Chain of Memories or Recom for B, and 0.2. C is Coded or Recoded, and D is Unchained Key. How are your guys' feelings on her life choices?
That's accurate.
My
Like, hers pretty much align with mine.
You
'Cause
don't even have an entire D section for half of this stuff when it comes to the story.
Well, because it's all just like with me with story, it's not, I'm not very picky. As long as there's some deep lore and there's some aspect of me wanting to learn more, I'm fine with.
Okay.
Gameplay, however,
Well, we'll come back to gameplay. Right now, we're just a little bit more focused on the story.
See, I'm kind of like Gabby with that. The only one that really just the storyline just can't catch me in any way is Union Cross. When I made my list, you can ask Nero. When I made my list, I originally completely forgot Union Cross on it because it's just not that memorable to me.
And it's only, in my opinion, it's only because of the platform that they put it on. They could, like, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, what if they made Union Cross and Unchained Key as an actual, like, Final Fantasy MMO style game? Like, I feel like people would have gotten more out of it versus the mobile phone game. Because, I mean, it has, like, an art style that doesn't really appeal to me. I don't know if it appeals to you guys. I want to know more about the story, but I just don't have the time to sit down and play, like, a phone game, you know? I want to play something that's going to be more eye-catching.
Possible that it wouldn't bother me as much as if it was on the phone, but, like, because I don't have much dedication to mobile games, period. I'm that person that I'll play the same game every day for a month, and then I won't touch it again for 6 months.
Right.
Unchained, or with Union Cross, I've taken it off my phone and put it back on more times than I can. And every time, the only reason I put it back on is because there's some medal or something that I want to add, or some outfit or something that I want to add to my collection.
Right.
That I want to try and get. But storyline-wise, if the story itself were more grabbing, then I would be able to actually have some dedication to it, because Kingdom Hearts has always been my favorite game, and that was one that I feel like where they really let me down, because they've always been so great with the story, but there's just, I don't know, maybe I haven't gotten far enough into it, but there's just really not much to the Union Cross story for me. There was one moment that was interesting. They haven't done, I'm like 200 quests past that moment, and they haven't done anything more with it.
What story plotline are you talking about?
What, story quality?
Yeah, no. What part of the story are you talking about that was interesting to you, and then hasn't been interesting since?
I forgot how to I could never pronounce the kid's name. You make friends with this kid. It
Ephemer?
starts. Yeah, Ephemer. Okay. So you make friends with Ephemer, and he all of a sudden goes missing. You go to find him, wind up having to fight Volt, the leader for Volps, Ava.
Yeah, Ava.
Yeah, you wind up having to fight her. Well, after that, there's been nothing. You never found out what happened to Ephraim, and you're still just kind of going. I'm 200 quests past that.
Good news, you totally find out.
What, another 200 quests?
Something like that.
no, more like 3 or 450.
Well, it's just, okay, so I'll just give a quick breakdown. Essentially what happens is that you find out that he's with the Dandelions after the Keyblade War happens. Him and Skuld end up finding the player character, and it's like, we're going to take you to the realm of dreams, I think. You know, it was like a weird gods coming down from the heavens, and we're going to bring you back type of situation. It was really weird.
Yeah.
After that, you find out that Ephemer, Skald, Ventus, and 2 other new characters by the name of Lorium and, was it Brain? Is that the dudes?
Brain.
Yep.
They are now the new 5 Foreteller or the leaders, the Union leaders. And
Yeah.
you also find out that one of the 5 that are there betrayed one of the new Union leaders that Ava picked by the name of Strelitzia, who needs more time,
It's bad.
in my opinion. Yeah. The story is good in my opinion. It's not presented well.
Bless you.
Um,
Yeah, it's taking its time. Too much time.
okay.
It really is taking, because like I'm so far behind on the story. I know a handful of characters that pop up, like a new Vin and Lariam pop up,
Mhm.
which isn't Lariam supposed to be Marluxia?
Yeah,
or he becomes
It's his somebody. From what people are speculating, it's his somebody. Nomura said that they weren't related. They're 2 different entities, but everybody knows that's bullshit.
Well, I mean, they are. So
Right. They absolutely are. Just like how Xehanort has 15 different incarnations. Everybody's their own person. You know.
But I mean, they're 2 different entities in the same sense as Axel and Lee are 2 different.
Right.
yeah,
Right. And I get that, but again, it's like, don't try and tell us something that we know is true. Don't.
I just
Yeah,
want it to
that
be
one.
explained like the time jump.
Yeah. Yeah. How is it that how is it that Ventus is alive 100 years after the Keyblade War?
Like, why is he immortal? I've already have to deal with one immortal person. Don't give me another one.
The timeline is getting
Yes.
so confusing that it's not even funny.
Yeah. It's
I think it's more or less for the fact that they drag out the game story.
oh, absolutely.
Well, of course.
Well, we've kind of done without all this, without timey-wimey bullshit that was introduced in Dream Drop Distance, but I'm not about to go into that because that game makes me angry.
Oh my god. I
Oh,
love that they did the whole little time travel thing for Dream Drop Distance originally, but
And so
once I got to the end of the game and I realized that Dream Drop Distance was part of what tied everything else together, because I was like a lot of the other people. I thought that all the side games were just that, side games. But I wasn't the kind of person that's like, oh, I'm not going to waste my time with the side game bullshit.
haha, tricked your wallet.
Exactly,
Bamboozled.
but I still played them. Like it was a Kingdom Hearts game. I didn't care if it was just side game bullshit. I was gonna play it.
Yeah.
And
More or
then I
less.
get to the end of Dream Drop Distance, and I'm like, hold the fuck up. So the thing holding all of this together is fucking time travel. Bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's go into somebody else. Anybody else want to do theirs next? Their story one?
Sure. I know I just recently sent mine to you, so I'll just read off of that.
Oh, no, I got you. I made it.
Oh, alright, cool.
Yeah, no, I'm on point. So you missed a couple of things, so I just assume that whatever you didn't put on there was just in the D category.
Yeah.
All right, so for S, he has Kingdom Hearts. Oh, this is for story again. For story, he has Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep. I think I messed up. I put 0.2 in S. I wasn't sure if you agreed with that or not. It kind of actually.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
A is Dream Drop Distance. B is the first Kingdom Hearts. C is 358 and Recom and Chain of Memories. And D is Recoded and Unchained and Union Cross.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't really have much to say about it because, like I said, Union Cross, leave me alone. Recoded, another one, leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'll just skip straight to the S. I feel like 2, it should have did with what 1 did. 1 was more or less like, we're introducing a series to you guys. It's basic. It's cheesy, you love it. But 2, I feel like really, like I said, jump started the whole series. It was more or less, all right, now we're giving you more lore. We're going to expand on a lot of the stuff we did in the first game
Right.
and potentially leave a lot of things vague for future installments.
Well, I mean, like at like first glance, when it came to 2, everybody thought it was like this is the definitive end for the Kingdom Hearts saga, It's Kingdom Hearts 1, it's Chain of Memories, it's 2, and then you have those assholes that on day 1 beat the game on critical or proud, and it's like, who are these 3 mysterious beings in armor fighting this old man dressed up like Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness?
Rip.
So
I think it was great.
yeah.
And that's why I have
I'm so young because I didn't even get into any spoilers until around the time Drop Distance came out. Because I wasn't like looking all the time. I wasn't in all these Facebook fan groups. When Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, let's see, that was what, 2005?
Think so.
Yeah, I was only 9. It was 2005. I was only 9 years old, so
that's definitely putting things into perspective too. I don't think I'd even mess with Kingdom Hearts if it was like released this year.
Really?
I honestly don't think I would.
That's interesting.
I mean, it's it's Disney and Final Fantasy. I'd have been like, I guess, like I'm alright. I'll pass. And my tastes have changed since. So.
Oh, you know what? I agree. I mean, I never used to play JRPGs before, but then pretty much it's like right after Kingdom Hearts, I'm like, I can't touch anything else. You know, I'll play a fighter. I'll play fighting games. I'll play like Dark Souls. But you try and give me like anything else, I'm like, put that down. It's poison. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts was my first JRPG.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know anything about a cloud or a squall. The hell's a squall?
No, yeah, same. And then I looked up. I'm like, where are these guys from? And I go over here and I start playing it. It was good stuff. All right.
I still call them to this day because I played the Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 back to back for so fucking long that I just can't break the habit because I was like you guys. I didn't know who the fuck they were out of Kingdom Hearts.
Right. And I think that's what it was for a lot of people, to be honest.
Yep.
I mean, I would still play it if it came out today, though. But that's because I'm a huge Disney nut. Always have been. Always will be. At least I hope I will be, considering I have an Ariel tattoo on my leg. That's gonna get awkward if I decide I hate Disney later in life.
Oh, it's just regrettable life choices. They happen all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like wanting to be part of this fandom and still waiting for it to actually end when we know it won't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I want it to end per se. I just don't want it to get stale.
Well, and that's the problem. That's like the thing about it, right? It's like you look at all these games that we've like played, like each of us, I'm assuming, has played every single Kingdom Hearts game that's been out in the franchise, minus the original coded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So look at all these games. We're talking from like 2002 to now, to going to be 2019. That's 17 years.
I'm too invested.
Right. And it's like it's like watching a soap opera. I need it to end to know whether or not the amnesia that Pablo has was real or not. That's what I need.
Pablo.
I will say
I don't
this.
want it to end. I just think that there have been some games that I played where it's like a question and answer arc. Kingdom Hearts could handle that a lot better. I just want this to finally be the answer arc.
Oh no!
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be because we just completed the first stage. So
well, I mean, you and I, Gabby, the other day, like while I was on my way home from work, had this huge like conversation about like how disappointing back cover was because you got no answers, and
oh my god, don't.
I can't defend that one.
And that there's so many extra questions that we weren't given, and now we're on Kingdom Hearts 3, might I add. Kingdom Hearts 3, the end of the Xehanort saga, which they've already kind of like explained that back cover is part of that, right? But we've gotten pretty much nothing. We know about a box. We know that the Master of Masters Keyblade No Name has been transferred through time with the Gazing Eye. And we know a little bit about the Keyblade War. And I mean actually only a little bit. I mean, excuse me.
Did anybody see that post in Kingdom Hearts community that kind of highlighted something that a lot of people seem to miss?
What?
Which
The
one's that?
gazing eye was on the way to the dawn. Riku's keep.
Oh yeah, it's on that and his and the sword that he used before that.
The Solia?
Yeah,
It was on the Solia?
it's right on the hilt.
Is it?
Yeah.
To be fair, though,
Yes,
I didn't see it
ma'am.
on the way to the dawn until that one post. They were talking about that keychain, and everybody in the comments is like, "Holy shit, gazing eye! What?
Yeah.
We missed this."
Yeah.
Well, I think back cover more or less was supposed to generate more questions because I think this is all going to pay out in 3
I really hope
because
so.
the whole gaze and eye thing. Because I'm not more or less. I don't think Nomura is that dumb to like waste our time. So it's just like,
he's
like
had
I
us
said,
on for
blind faith.
17 years. What do you mean?
Like, I don't, because no one has anybody solved that reconnect Kingdom Hearts thing at all yet.
The what?
Reconnect Kingdom Hearts.
You see it like at the end or towards like a couple of secret endings, and it keeps
Yeah.
popping up, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what
Yeah.
what is he's giving us
Oh,
these
it is
things? I'm
right
pretty
there.
sure he's
Oh,
gonna
shit.
answer them.
I overlooked
Yeah,
that.
now that we have
God
the
damn it.
gazing eyes, has anybody like counted how many we have? Stuff like that.
No, I
And
haven't.
we know that nothing
I
happens
know
without
Vanitas
reading.
has 2 of them, actually, now.
And then what is it? End of Pain, I think it's called, from Dream Drop Distance has it.
Let's check.
Where's the
Okay,
receipts?
wait.
Yeah.
I think it cut out for a second. What are we counting?
Oh,
The gazing eyes on the keyblades.
Oh, the gazing eyes. See, and it's
And so
something
people-
that I thought to look for without back cover. Which, side note, I really loved the voice cast for back cover because there were a couple of voice actors that I was like waiting to pop up in Kingdom Hearts that actually did.
okay. So.
Travis Willingham being the kind of headliner.
Yeah.
All right.
And Noctis as Master of Masters.
No, Travis Willingham was Ursus leader. Names from.
Oh, Asad.
Yeah, the dude in the bear mask.
Why do I remember these names? I don't like any of them.
I don't even know how to pronounce
suck
them.
at names, so I never
I said-
remembered them.
Envy.
I've only watched back cover like once.
I watched back cover like twice to see if I missed anything.
I only watch it because the one scene that just like bothers the hell out of me. Not back cover actually, is the opening to 0.2. When you see Luciu standing next to the box
Right.
in the Cleveland Graveyard. That whole rock formation wasn't made until Birth by Sleep. So like, what's going on there?
Oh, see, more fucking questions.
Fucking.
Yeah.
See, the only reason I
That always
watched
bugged
back
me.
cover is because I had already made it to the point in Union Cross where they talked about the traitor. I was like, okay. And then they did back cover. I'm like, oh, I bet they tell you who the traitor is in this one.
Nope.
No.
Of course not. That would be too
Well-
easy.
But the good thing about that though is that they give us something. They give us new details in that they don't give us in Unchained Key. Is that the traitor has the sigil, the recusant sigil?
Oh yeah,
And-
the X.
The traitor.
Yeah,
does?
we don't. Yeah.
Which, okay. This is something that I do. Speaking of the recusant sigil, this is something that I do not see talked about a whole lot. Everybody it's pointed out in Dream Drop Distance that Sora was wearing the sigil in the outfit that he had on.
Right.
Nobody points out that there are similar markings on his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, all over his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit. It's in the like they have the little X in the front, in the back, on the pockets.
Man, retconning everywhere.
But
I don't know if you can count that though, because the recusant sigil was kind of across the chest where the heart would be. I
Yeah.
don't know if you can count the little tiny ones also.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I do remember seeing something like just because it's an X, it wasn't an actual like sigil. I think it's in one of it's in the journal for Dream Drop Distance.
The only reason I
Yes.
thought about it is because you don't see any other character, unless I can't think of another character except for.
Well, I mean,
Secret of
Aqua
Darkness.
has an X.
Every.
Well, no, the whole
yeah, the whole.
Okay.
Birth by Sleep trio.
Yeah, they all have X's on their
Ericus
chest.
does.
Ericus too.
Yeah. But I do remember
But
him
look what
no more
happens to
specifically
all of
saying it was just blah.
but look what happens to all of them. Like, that's what I was trying to say. The only
Yeah.
character besides Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, and those four, and all four of them, by some form or another, are connected to
Yeah.
Xehanort. They were either taken down by Xehanort, they become possessed by Xehanort. They
Can't
are
say it's not a
Xehanort.
retcon.
So I'm looking at this. I'm gonna drop a whole bunch of pictures in the chat, just so you guys can see. Since we're like on still a little bit on the topic regarding like the gazing eye and stuff, if I can find it. It's a lot of stuff. Definitely has it. Chaos Ripper has it.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Void Gear and following that the Remnant Void Gear, which is like the black and white one.
Yeah.
The Weight of Dawn totally has it. As we know, No Name has it.
Yeah.
Young Xehanort's Keyblade actually has it.
Which is also no name.
Right, which is also No Name. And every single one of the Foretellers keychains has it. Like,
My thought process then becomes...
what was that?
Well, my thought process with so many of the gazing eyes everywhere. We know the master put the first one out.
Right.
Where did the rest of them come from?
Well, my thing is that, like, he says it's his eye, but we don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's literally his eye.
Yeah, I don't think it's
I don't think so
physical.
either.
I don't think it's his physical eye. So when I think he just created it because he clearly has the ability to make shit because he created the Chirithes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like here are some of the here's Envy.
He's probably an alchemist.
Yeah, there's Envies. This one's Gulas. This one's Eras. Where are the other ones? Yeah, this one's Aseds. And this one's Avas. All of them have the gazing eye on their keychains.
Yeah, they do.
They do. And then also, my thing is, because if we're actually talking about, you know, time flowing the way that it should, it says the gazing eye is there to kind of surveillance what happens. But if he actually is actually dead, who the hell is watching what's happening?
That's the thing. The way that he said it in back cover, so like, you take this, and you just keep giving it to your apprentice, and these ones are supposed to watch the main 5 foretellers, and it's like, so how do you know? And like the fact that I have the Book of Prophecy, or the Book of Prophecies, is proof that you did your job, which means that nobody has to watch now because he already knows what's going to happen in the future anyways. Or it could totally be bullshit speculation and he did this for shits and giggles.
I mean, I don't know. My headcanon right now is just like he more or less probably wrote the book based on what he saw.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he came to the conclusion that, hey, maybe I did write this book somewhere in the future. So I'm just going to give this, you know, I'm going to write down what I see with this Keyblade. And that's that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Could be.
I have to ask this. I really do have to ask, since we started talking about back cover and the foretellers and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you guys think is in the box?
I don't know.
Man, fuck the box.
Seriously, that's how I feel.
I want it to be Mickey's pride in the box. So tired of his shit.
I don't know.
Or his script for what he's supposed to do next to redeem himself.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Just a fucking script of like, this is how you can save Aqua and properly say I'm sorry instead of I forgot.
Instructions, bitch.
You know what?
Like a bull.
I want it to just be a note that just says it's too late. Fuck it.
Or something. It has to be important enough to where Maleficent wants it. And the organization wants it.
Organization wants it, yeah.
Yes, that's
Like-
what. That's like. I wanted to know what was in the box watching back cover, but I'm a nosy fucker, so of course I want it. Then the
And why is
trailers
it
come out and
important
they're all
now?
talking about this damn box. I'm like, okay, now I want to know even more because now it's like actually important. How?
It's probably like some Pandora's box nonsense. Just like, hey, open it and all hell breaks loose.
Well,
And see, I
don't
thought
know.
about that because the Master of all Masters told Lushu specifically, you cannot open the box.
He's like, why, dude? LOL.
I would fail
I think he
epically
told
at
him.
that job because the first thing I would do when the Master of all Masters closed the door was open the fucking box.
well, that's why he told him. That's why he's like, "Do you really want to know what it is?" He's like, "Yeah, of course." And he whispers in his ears, and you just see two hoods rubbing together, and then he's like, "Oh, what? That's weird." And I don't know.
He's like, why would you do that, bro?
I'm like, I want
It's
to
like,
know!
what if in my let's go with possible headcanons here. So, I'm thinking, as of like 2 seconds ago, since we're talking about back cover in the box and relationships to the game and stuff like that, what if the box has a, I don't know, some type of entryway into the realm of dreams? You know, I mean, because again, it's like why is Ventus still alive? And we know that Marluxia is the nobody of Lorium, but we don't know any more about like Ephemer, Skull, Brain. What if that's the way to get to the realm of dreams to find the dandelions? I mean, it would help it connect.
And it would make a lot of sense as to how these characters are still alive 100 years later.
Yeah. Oh,
That could
I've
be it.
thought long and hard about it. I have no clue.
all right. No, but I'm sorry. That brought up something. Gab, you remember the same night that we were talking about back cover? Like I was telling her that some people believe this. Like, what if the entirety of the Kingdom Hearts saga is just a dream, and at the end of the game you just wake up on Destiny Islands and you see Kairi again?
I'm fucked up.
If that happens, I am going to Japan just to face slam Nomura's face into a fucking desk. I am gonna be so pissed off.
I'd lose my shit. That's such lazy writing.
But it's like
I can't even.
And you're right. It is absolutely lazy. It is the biggest cop out. And then it's like
I hate that bullshit. I hate those theories because for literally every fucking thing that exists, there's that theory of what if it was all a dream?
What?
And I'm like, would you
It's-
shut
the
the fuck
It could
up?
go straight to hell. That theory of just like maybe it was just a dream.
Well,
It could go.
the thing is like it's not out of the realm of possibility because one of the other biggest
Nothing
tropes.
is at this point.
Right. You're
Nothing
absolutely
is.
right. But like out of the realm of possibilities, like when shit goes bad and we don't know how to backtrack, what do? You add time travel to it. It's such a I need to hit the reset button staple.
Well, I mean, it's not like he was planning these games from the jump,
Right. But
so I don't really hold him to it much.
oh no, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair. But when you go from one game to another and then you have an idea about a future installment, but you're like, fuck, how do we make this make sense? And then like dude from B Team over there is just like, add time travel to it, and he looks over and is like, give that man a raise. That's stupid. You know?
Okay, but time travel is something that, while frequently used, it still has to be done properly. You still have to sit there and figure out, okay, how exactly does time travel work in this world? It doesn't matter where time travel comes in. You have to figure out a way to make it work, otherwise the entire story still falls apart.
Yeah, I agree. And the way
You literally don't have to do anything with it, and then he woke up.
I don't know. I think in Kingdom Hearts it does it pretty
I
straightforward.
hate it.
I still think it's convoluted. Like being able to take your heart out of your body and let it be its form to be able to travel is kind of. It makes it fucked because then you're just wondering where that cloaked figure is and where he's roaming around and what other like information is he spewing to other versions of himself.
Right?
And I mean, it's like
And see, like, I both love and hate the whole World of Dreams thing because I've tried to fight against the theory that Xehanort and Lushu are the same person. I really have. I don't see that being the case. I think that Xehanort is one of Luciu's apprentices, possibly, but I
Yeah.
do
But
not
that's
think
still
they're the same.
100-year gap.
Well, I mean, have you seen that fucker? He's pretty old.
Right. But then it's like,
No, it actually makes sense because I think Unchained Key, it is confirmed to take place 100 years before the start of the series.
right. Unchained Key takes place 100 years before the start of the series. Okay. We don't
Yeah.
know the average expectancy of life when it comes to a person in this universe, especially when you jump from
But-
universe to universe.
Yeah, Xehanort
And then you
looks
have,
a good.
people sleeping for 20 days in standard animation for a year, and they're completely
Yeah.
intact.
Right, but okay, but here's my issue on it. So does when, if or when they find Ventus, whether he's going to be good Ventus or Vanita Ventus or whatever the fuck he's going to be, is he going to look like the same Ven that we saw that Aqua kind of just threw him in that chair, or is he actually going to look 10 years older?
I think he's gonna look
Well, I mean,
exactly
to be
the
fair,
same.
Aqua
He's gonna
doesn't
look
look
exactly the
older.
same.
Well, at least with Aqua, it makes sense. The Realm of Darkness time flows differently there. That one I'm okay with. It's like, okay, I'm here. I've been here for what feels like 10 years. I look over. Oh, there's my friend Mickey. Oh, who's that boy? Oh, that's that kid that I saw on the island. So that means I've been in here
Like 5 minutes ago.
right. It's like exactly. It's like, so when it comes to the Realm of Darkness, that one I can understand. They explain time flows differently. 10 minutes could feel like 10 years. Or in vice versa. You know, but when you're telling me that no, I'm good. It's stupid.
Of course, it's stupid. I don't think that he'll age rapidly. I think he'll honestly
I don't think
just
he'll
stay
age
the
at
same
all.
for, like, character design, reasons. And then the fact that you also have to realize that Ven's heart has been out of his body for 10 years. So that's obviously going to put a halt into a lot of things. And then I don't know exactly, or does anybody really know the effects of Castle Oblivion other than it's massive and you can't explore all the rooms. It could have other properties that we don't know about.
Right, because
It's also in the realm between, so
oh
Exactly.
god,
And then does time flow differently there? Does it flow at all? We don't know.
yeah.
and if you don't have your heart, will your body age?
Exactly.
It's just
Which I
Obviously it
assume not.
doesn't.
Yeah.
just
I mean, to be like even more of a dickhead about this whole thing, Sora having a body while Roxas existed was still like another one of those exceptions. So even if there are rules, again, the more it just crushes them, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because like,
They did make it
And I-
clear that he wasn't, throughout all of that, that he was not a full person.
yeah,
So it implies that a nobody and a somebody can exist in the same world, but they're never going to be whole. Because Naminé and Kairi existed in the same world at the same time as well. And from what we know of Sora, that just meant that Kairi wasn't a whole person the entire I want to see them explore more into that as to what it would mean, like in line of weaknesses and everything.
well, I mean,
I think it would
Sora
be
was
really
just weak AF.
yeah. Sora's just he is the unfortunate powerless Mary Sue. He is the key to all, but he has the power of nothing that he has to earn. Because like you would think in Kingdom Hearts 1 that like when Sora turns into a Heartless and he turns back, he's like, all right, Sora just beats everybody. He can turn into a Heartless and come back through the power of love, and he's still good. That's yes, by the power of Princess of Light, and then we get into Kingdom Hearts 2, and then you have Anti-Sora form, and he's all like, what happened? He gains the power of darkness. And then you get
It's a side effect, bro.
yeah, and then you get to Kingdom Hearts 3D, and he's all like, yeah, he's just weak. Fuck it, we were gonna take him anyway. We were just waiting for the opportunity. You guys are the ones that tripped shit right into our plan.
Yeah.
Maybe at least give an explanation why every time though. Like Sora went through a full memory wipe. He doesn't necessarily have to start from scratch after Dream Drop Distance, but he has to kind of regain his bearings after almost falling to the darkness and having to be saved by his best friend. There's at least a reasonable something that happens every time where it isn't that he's not necessarily too weak, it's that the enemies keep getting stronger, so Sora has to keep getting stronger.
This has become
Yeah.
very Dragon Ball Z. Power levels are bullshit.
If Sora never lost his abilities, he'd be like stupid broken.
Right.
Yeah,
But it's the
basically.
right, and that's fair.
And I also have to add that as much as I hate Recoded with every fiber of my being, there was a cutscene that kind of like came to mind while we were talking about this. That Naminé actually took all of the repressed, awful, terrible memories that Sora had and put them into Data Sora because she knew real Sora couldn't handle them.
That's fucking. Ugh.
Bear with me
This
here.
is why I hate that somebody stole my copy of Recoded, because I totally fucking forgot about that.
Yes, so that is a thing, that there is a digital Sora full of so much angst because real Sora couldn't handle it. Because if she were to put all of the memories that he had back, he probably would have fallen a lot earlier. If not into.
Oh, for sure. Because he's like, who the hell is she on? Who this?
Oh,
Exactly.
And that explains things a little bit more too. Because I mean, and we even see in Kingdom Hearts 2, after Sora wakes up, he's even forgotten his magic. That shouldn't be the case here.
yeah.
They'll probably.
I mean, as soon as they walked into Castle Oblivion, Naminé just wiped Donald's magic.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's just like apparently it's just that easy. If you don't try it at least once every 3 days, your trial expires.
I understand like Sora, but like Donald being like the court mage was just like, all right, thunder. What's going on?
I
Fire.
think that, like, and then
I-
like you see them start with special different magic abilities that you get yet in Kingdom Hearts 2. And it's like, okay, so this kind of makes sense. This is you guys fixing your fuck up from the court mage immediately forgetting all of his magic.
Yep.
Makes sense that he has a few spells that I don't. That works.
Right. Well, hey, we are coming dangerously close on time, but before we go, I do want to finish at least the story portion of our rankings. So I think we just have Gabby and I left for the story one.
Yeah.
So Gabby, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
You can go first.
Okay. So here's my story ranking. Personal, of course. I have in S tier. I have. Oh, why is Chain of Memories that high up? That's not right.
Oh.
Well, look at me doing it right. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Screw it. You know what? I think I know why it's that high up. So, in S tier, it's Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, and Chain of Memories. Reason why Chain of Memories is up there is because it does have that nostalgic feeling for me getting into Kingdom Hearts for the first time. Because, I mean, I saw it on TV, and I saw it on, well, pretty much TV and friends having it and stuff like that, but I never got a chance to play it because I didn't have a PS2 at the time. So, when I played Chain of Memories, I'm like, okay, so we have this kid, we have Donald and Goofy, who I know, and we're ascending, and this story is great and everything like that. So I'm experiencing the retelling of the first game for the first time. So it just has that personal nostalgic feeling. And then that was also the first game where you get to play as Riku. But I'm like, it's my first game. You get to play as Riku. What?
Awesome.
Yeah. In A tier I have 358 and the first one. 358 because that's the only Kingdom Hearts story that made me cry. It only gets an A because of the gameplay. I'm kind of like doing both at the same time, but you know, it's just what it is. 0.2 because I was lied to. And I hold that very close. I was lied to.
Okay, you've got to explain that one.
Oh, what do you mean? Hold on. Did you not see the opening to 0.2 like I did, where I get to watch Aqua's hand reach out of the water and Sora's hand is there to grab it? And then not only like about a year later, we get a trailer where she's like, Mickey, you're too late. Yeah, I was lied to.
Hey, it could be foreshadowing for 3.
That's
you don't know.
bullshit. I was lied to.
Oh my god.
I will be a child about this.
Okay. When you finish that, I'll follow up Gabby's thought process because I do have something on that.
Oh, you guys are gonna kneecap me.
Yep.
C, I have Unchained Key and Union Cross only because I feel like the story is good. It's just not executed properly. I put Dream Drop Distance and Coded in the same spot only because I've only really played Dream Drop Distance twice, and both times I was kind of underwhelmed with it because it felt like it's a big portion. It does say a lot, but it felt like it wasn't enough for me, personally. Like, I guess I expected more. It's really difficult to explain it, and I am about to go back and replay it again just to make sure that like maybe I'm not crazy, maybe I'm just a terrible like video game player and I just didn't understand. But it's like I played it with the excitement of going into it, and when I finished, I'm like, huh. All right. I guess. Oh God.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. That was coming on Candace.
I just dropped my phone. It's all good.
Nice. All right. So Candace, what was your follow-up?
On the foreshadowing for Kingdom Hearts 3. So a lot of people are sitting here debating that now that Aqua has fallen to darkness, nor did whatever you think happened. Not having that debate right now.
Nor did whatever. It's already been confirmed or whatever.
I still have arguments. Anyway, not having that argument. Not having that argument yet. Hang on a second. For the foreshadowing for it being Kingdom Hearts 3, everybody thinks that they cannot save Ventus without Aqua, and I do not think that that is true, because we already know what they need to save Ven is not Aqua. What they need to save Ven has the ability.
Yes, I agree.
You talking about the Master Keeper?
The Master Keeper?
Ericus' Keyblade.
They say yes.
Yes, that's probably going to come back into play, but you don't need Aqua at all. What I mean? Like, Aqua doesn't have to be the one using it. Riku is going to play a key in saving. Is going to be key in saving Ven, not Aqua. Aqua, the only use that she may have, unless she has that whole diving into sleeping hearts ability, and we just don't know it yet.
Oh yeah.
Aqua's best use is a guide to the Chamber of Waking, and Jensen's already got somebody on that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because Mickey and Riku were supposed to be going and looking for, they said friends, plural, which then would be number 2. That would make it plural.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is happening right now? Like,
Happening.
like
I've been very quiet on that subject.
I
That's
personally think that Aqua is not going to be a part of saving Ventus. It's going to be Riku kind of doing the headlining and all of that, while Mickey and Sora work on saving Aqua.
Okay.
Mickey's gotta save somebody.
No.
He don't gotta save nobody.
Nah.
He can go back to his
Throw him in the
castle.
fucking trash.
Throw the whole Mickey away.
Yeah, just throw the whole Mickey away. Throw the whole
I believed in you.
whole Disney Link away.
I believed in him,
What?
and he betrayed me. I feel like some type of Star Wars reference or something, whatever.
No, Mickey's purpose in saving Aqua is literally going to be like, you guys remember the battle in Kingdom Hearts 2 with Beast Castle, Cogsworth sitting there trying to wake him up? That's going to be all Mickey's purpose for saving Aqua. Sora's going to be
I want Mickey to get hit by the giant boulder this time, not Goofy.
Except you don't want Mickey to wake up, right?
Fuck no.
So then, who do you think those friends are then, if they haven't been?
The whole Birth by Sleep trio, to be honest.
Whole Birth by Sleep trio. It could be Roxas, since he's having a big play. I mean, hell, they could bring Naminé and Shion back too. I mean, anything's really possible at this moment. We have a lot of friends that have been made that are lost, or that are inside somebody.
Well, I think the
Sora's
ones that
gonna have to save 'em.
you're focused on are Ventus and Aqua. Yes, they want to save Terra, but, and I've noticed that I'm on the unpopular opinion end on this one, I do not think that Terra is going to be one of the 7 lights.
Oh,
I
no.
do think he's
No,
going
he's
to
been.
be part of the 13th darkness.
He's been taken. Do I feel like he will get a redemption? Yeah.
Probably last minute.
Yeah. Like my personal canon is that I would love Terra to be able to save Aqua. I think that would be awesome. It's like I fell and you
It
tried.
would be fantastic.
It's like, yeah, I fell. You tried to save me. Now let me see if I can make up for that mistake.
I don't know. I feel like Terra eventually is probably gonna have to be endgame
Maybe.
to get to him to defeat Xehanort like once and for all.
Yeah.
But the
Terra's
order of
weak.
saving the other two, I have no idea.
But as far as the battle between the 13 darknesses and 7 lights, we already know that's going to win with the 7 lights on. That's going to be the 7 lights are going to come out on top. But I don't think that Terra's going to be on the light side of that battle. I never have.
I don't
Since
think
they
Aqua's going to be a
drove
darkness.
I don't either. They're gonna have
Not for very long.
I'm being like completely serious.
I know, but it's like
She's not. I'm 100% with
it's such a true like I never expected this. It's like shit, because like oh god that brings it up again. It's like I showed Gabby. It's like true shit 101. Nomura totally did not think that fans were gonna react to Aqua being Norded. He thought that the big surprise during that trailer was Frozen.
Bitch,
Even
please.
though Frozen was like the most predictable thing about Kingdom Hearts.
Right. So it's like I'm calling bullshit, but if he actually believes that, I'm afraid. It's like,
If he believes that, then I just don't trust anything he says, because it's like,
Yeah, I take everything
you
he
obviously
says
don't know
like
your
a
fan
gallon
base.
of salt. Mm-mm.
Dude, Nomura is the troll king of the internet.
has to be.
I mean,
remember when he was like, don't expect
Nero.
any big news?
Yeah, don't
Nero,
he was like,
you
"Oh,
know
no
my
news."
theory.
Hey, we got.
You know my
2018.
theory. So,
Fuck.
you know my theory.
Yeah.
But that got blown out of the water. But I still would like it to be true.
Right. All right. So we're gonna do Gabby's story, and then we're gonna call it good for this podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So here we got Gabby's S tier is pretty much every game in the series.
Well, no, wait, hold on. You messed
Except
up.
for the actual best game.
Goodness.
No, hold on.
Yes, that's.
Are you sure this wasn't? No,
Yes.
that's not right.
That's absolute.
Uh-uh.
I did what you put. You like I asked you. I even tried and reconfirmed, and you said you got it right on the head.
Oh, fuck, I fucked up then.
All right. Well,
I really think
Okay,
a
that's the
piece of
story.
hail, like, hit me.
well, hey. How about you just say what yours is, and then I'll fix it in post.
Okay, so, for a story, it would be Birth by Sleep. 1. A rank would be 2 in 3D. B would be actually 0.2358. C would be
Nuts.
C. Sorry, my dog. No, sorry, my dog. They're in my way. And then, I don't think I have anything.
Uh-oh.
C is recoded, and then D would be Unchained.
Man.
Well, we're just disrespecting Unchained right now.
Absolutely.
Well, because it's absolute just like a clusterfuck of shit, and I don't even know what's going on.
It's what I'm saying. It's like that's why I put it as a B or C. I forget. It's only because it's like this.
Oh, how I feel about it.
The story is well. It's just presented shit.
It is.
I don't even think it's that. It's like, fuck it, is that?
And to be fair,
That's a good
Khalil,
bet.
you totally put Unchained Key and Union Cross as a D ranking.
That's because, like I said, fuck it, just get out of my face. Like, I can do a whole podcast on Unchained Key.
I hear you.
It's just, I don't want to talk about it. I just
Like,
don't.
I
It was
know
really
it has
hard for me to do a
purpose,
story
it's just
ranking.
a terrible presentation. But what that purpose is, I wouldn't know because I'm dropping so much fucking money on this game to get to the end, and I can't do it yet.
It's like
See, I've barely
Unchained.
dropped any money. I'm one of those that, like, if I can't do free play, then I'm probably not gonna play the game. And you can free play Unchained, but it's going to take fucking forever. Hence why I'm only on quests, like, I think 502.
that's still fucking a lot, man.
I'm
Yeah,
at
they
the point
got
where
it.
it says coming
They're
soon.
on, like, 700 and something, and the game's been out for, like, 2 years now. I don't feel like it's that much, that I've made much progress.
Because you haven't.
500. And you know what? Maybe I'm just being the optimist here, but oof, still a lot. That's like a whole 300 more than I got.
Okay, but
Well,
like
I don't know.
that's part of my point with Unchained. I am 500 quests in and still have only had one like actually plot-worthy moment.
Calm down. I swear it'll be okay.
Will it though? Will it?
I
No.
want to know
No.
the story, but it
But
makes
to
It's
be honest,
literally just filler enough to get us to 3. But even then,
I
it's
think our
like
last
so money hungry that I just can't get with it anymore.
big content update was probably last year. And by
Yeah.
content, I mean story. Because after the whole event revelation, we were just like, okay,
Man,
cool.
that's why I just
And now-
watch the shit. At least the fan translations make sense, and they work. I was able to watch the entire story of like the Keyblade War to Streletia's death and the new Union leaders in like an hour.
I'm gonna wind up caving and having to do that. Like I've tried to avoid doing doing that to an extent because I already did that cop out with Chain of Memories because fuck card style gameplay. Just fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna force myself through that life here pretty soon.
Oh, good luck, buddy.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's one bullet I cannot bite. I'm sorry.
Like I said, I'll bite it. I won't be happy with it, but I'll bite it.
I told you I found a way out of that, but
No,
hey.
mm-mm. Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Well,
I admire. Okay, so I am on quest 501 is the next one that I have to play, and Unchained has this nice little thing where it gives you your progress in each one. I am only 27% through.
Oh, that also they
50.
factor in Proud Quest.
Oh, they factor in the
Yeah.
Proud Quest?
Yeah.
Okay.
So even
That
still,
makes
you
it
still have like 700 Proud Quests to do.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
It's a little
I like
better if
doing
they
that.
factor in the Proud Quest, but okay, so that's still
Yeah. Do all those you just did all over again.
But
Yeah.
harder.
But harder.
Enjoy. Enjoy.
So then I'm probably like, I'm still not even halfway caught up with the story though. I'd probably be more like taking Proud Quest out of it, like 48.
It's honestly just going back and forth, and the continuity is crazy. I'm on quest 775, and my progress with proud mode included, if the fucking screen will load.
Do I even have that fucking
open
game
up.
on my phone anymore?
I don't think you want to put it back on your phone.
You probably don't, to be.
I'm
I only-
53% in story.
I do not.
How?
And yeah, so there's only been a few actual going back and forth between the worlds that we've seen in 1 and 2, and that's it.
Yip a doodle.
And it's awful. And I hate it.
As do I. If you like the story progression, there's something seriously just off with you. That this
Just- I know that the game is going to have a good story when it's actually all. It's just so infuriating the way that they have done it.
All right.
Yep.
All right. We got to stop this before we talk for like another 2 hours. Thank you guys.
I'm like Roxas. I could do another. I'm Guardian on this one. I could do a whole 2-hour podcast
this
just
is-
on Untamed.
You know
I
what?
could have a mini.
And you know what? We might have to, because it's interesting enough and not enough really goes on about it in the community that, you know, people care. You know, it's just a mobile phone game that is related to their favorite series. So going into the story would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the community does is look shiny medals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that entire system.
Yeah, I actually did get one good pull the other day, and I'm so proud.
and that's how it gets you.
And,
You're hooked.
but that's probably the only
Exactly how
good
it gets
pull
you.
I will ever get, so I'm just gonna hold on to that with every fiber of my being.
Yeah.
Can
You're
I
just
say
holding
this
on to
though?
jewels now.
I have to say this though. Fuck that whole trait medal bullshit.
Oh.
They're now
Yes.
doing this thing where they do the new medals and then give you a trait medal. Like you pay 3,000 jewel to get 10 medals, but one of those medals you already know is going to be a trait medal that you can only use if one of the other 9 is this ultra rare medal.
Yes.
And it's like, what the fuck?
That's
I
why-
know when the game first came out, they're just like, if you want, you're guaranteed to get this medal in 5 draws. You want me to
Oh,
spend
shit.
3,000 jewels each pool? How much money that is?
That's a
They're
lot.
still doing that, and it's like,
Like,
no,
yeah.
I'm lucky if I can get 3,000 jewels by the time the event's over once.
Seriously. I mean, they
Oh,
gotten
my
better
God.
with giving out jewels, but
Trade metal
still.
thing, and it just my eye is fucking twitching over here.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna try and stop this one more time.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you for joining us on the Xehanort Report. I've been Nero. Let's see if we can do this outro right.
We're not gonna.
Guardian. Ha!
Candace.
Gabby.
Thank you, and we
Too
will.
long enough.
we will.
No, jeez.
Oh God! Stop! Stab it! Stab! We will talk to you guys
Bro,
next
Gabby,
time.
stop.